And I want to segue to this is like not even a good segue. You sent me a DM earlier, right? And it was
Hmm.
this. I'm gonna see if I can't download it. I didn't download it earlier, but it was. Can you explain what you sent to me?
Wait a minute. The lady we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
running for office?
The lady running for office.
All right. I don't even know her name, so it'll be cool when you pull it down. She's running for office in the Midwest somewhere uh, as the attorney general. And she is trying to be as controversial as possible. She's a very attractive from, I think she's from Venezuela originally, but she's running for office here. And she is like Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump put together. And she is trying her best to appeal to MAGA people. If you play the video that she did, the one where she's jogging, she's like, Republicans are full of ammunition, stored food, and something else, and Democrats are full of gay stuff. And it's just gay and more gay stuff. And if you elect me, da 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 da. And it's funny clips, but I understand what she's doing. She's trying to be controversial. And then you throw her picture up, and she has all the airsoft gear uh, and a vest that hasn't been used, mags that look like they've never been used, an AR that might be real, might be airsoft. It's like, why don't you use some of that stuff? Show you running some of it because we haven't seen any. And I follow her because she's funny, and I want to see if she wins or loses. And it's like she's creating a cult of personality on using social media. Is she going to win? Well, we'll find out. I think it's August 9th or August 6th, wherever she's from, is when the election is. And we'll see what happens. Or is she just building herself up on the national stage so people do know her and who knows where she's going? But it is, you can see what she's doing. She's just trying to create controversy over
Hey
being
man,
just for being
I've been
controversial.
following you for a few years on Instagram.
Gosh.
Man, you really like him, huh?
No, I mean he was,
Congratulations, AC.
you know, flattering the heck out of me. Yeah, I went ahead and got that deleted. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, great. So, dude, you're absolutely right. And I want to clarify. I'm not bringing her up because I want to bully her. Because I think she's can't be bullied. I think she's unapologetic, bold, strong, brave, fierce, all the good things. Um, but there's something interesting about like the marketing tactics that we see um, for especially right leaning politicians because the left leaning ones don't touch guns because it's a crime, right? But
Yeah.
if you're right leaning, like the governor of Virginia, the lieutenant governor of Virginia, she posed with an AR-15, and you know how you can tell if somebody doesn't actually shoot guns. They hold the AR and their finger isn't high along the slide. It's just around the grip. I got to pull up the picture because it's hard to know. But Google, if you're on audio only, Google Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. It's a black lady and she's holding an AR and her hand is wrapped all the way around the pistol grip, like she's not used to actually running a gun. She was just told like, hold this. The Republicans are going to win.
I wouldn't go there,
Conservatives,
bro. You know she
conservatives are
was in
going
the
to win.
Marine Corps, right?
Listen,
I'm
listen.
not saying that she's. I'm not saying she ran guns in the Corps, but
I mean, but
that
she
looks
had to
like it's
qual on
more
it.
hers, huh?
She had to qual on the gun. Like, what is she doing?
Depends on where she was stationed at, how
Okay.
many times she qualified. I had an
Yeah.
exemption. I was in Japan for 2 years. I didn't have to
Yeah.
qualify.
Well, my brother qualified on
Um,
pistol one time or rifle one time. He was in the Navy for 4 years. So, yeah.
Totally different animal.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that tradition, depending on MOS. I mean, depending on their job.
Yeah.
But as a
He was kind
female
of like this
Marine,
guy.
she definitely has handled. And I think we were in around the same time. So her firearm issued was at M16A2. But again, don't know how long ago she held one. Is that it looked more hers? She looked more comfortable than this lady did with it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
But
it's true. And I'll give her propers, especially after taking the fierce correction that I just received. Um, Hey,
No,
I'm okay with
again, it
I'm
doesn't
okay
mean
with
that
being
she
wrong.
tested firearms since she got out the Corps. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let's not get it
that's
twisted.
that's that's also true, and I think there's something to that. The idea that you perhaps we're still trying to, like, if we looking at the picture, the grainy
Hmm.
photo, get that finger high, get it above the trigger. It tells me
Again,
that you don't
when was the
shoot like
last
that.
time she took training? When was the last time she trained? She might have. I mean, again, if it's old school days, we did not have our finger high enough. We didn't do that.
Okay, well, I mean, that I guess that presents something there, that training has evolved over the years, and it definitely has. There's a lot of old school tactics that we look at and we're just like, oh, what? How dare you?
Cringe, cringe. How dare you have your finger in the trigger guard? What is wrong with you?
Right.
But today, I mean, if I don't know what do we do? Using a caulk gun, my fingers up and off the trigger, and it's like, bro, what are you gonna
Dude,
do? Accidentally spit
dude,
caulk?
dude. I mean, it's absolutely true. And once again, I want to clarify. I'm not bringing this up to bully people. I'm bringing this up to just to hopefully open people's eyes. Like, people are doing things with rifles and trying to appeal to the inner gun owner and get you excited. And the reality is, they either don't know much or they're doing it just to get your vote, just to get you excited, just to kind of appeal to you. And this young lady, I think she's Venezuelan or whatever.
Hmm.
Good for her. She knows what she's doing in the marketing game. But the keen eye will know, like, okay, she's an airsofter. She don't actually get out there and run drills with the boys. And I wish she would. I wish she would. And
Tulsi Gabbard
maybe
did
she
it.
does. Tulsi definitely did. And the weird thing about Tulsi is she was anti-gun for so long, left her party, and then started shooting with staccato. Which, if you're gonna do it, go big, right? Go big or go home. But that one was a little bit weird too, because I'm like, I like Tulsi. If I had to vote for a Democrat, it probably would have been Tulsi. She just seemed really genuine. But what is with this switch? Did you see her switching when she made her big switch?
I don't pay attention to politics at all. What I did
Yeah.
pay attention to when she came into the gun game was the number of firearms companies that were tripping all over themselves to welcome her into it. And I'm like, I'm looking at her suspiciously, like, okay. And I had this discussion with some of my guys, and some were like, oh, just ignore her. She's not good for this. And then another one of my friends, because again, we try to bring people in, and he was like, well, do we try to bring people in that disagree with us? Is there room for people to change their mind? Is there room for people to grow and become pro gun? And I was like, that's true. You can see what she does. And I agree. We can't turn her away because she wrote anti gun bills, signed off on anti gun bills. But what I can do is
I mean,
question this.
a lot of people would be turned away for that.
They say she's changed and she's pro gun now. My question is this: what has she done pro gun?